Hi friends, it's me, Miss Chacon. We're back. Today is Thursday, and we're going to be reading a really cool story called Star Party. And you may be saying, how do you have a party with stars? Well, we're going to find out, okay? And also, if you want to see a really cool video about outer space, I have this great video. So when you go to our plans for this week, you can click on this link right here. And it'll take you. So it'll take you to that cool video, and it's a video all about outer space, and it has cool songs and stuff like that. So that's just an extra video in case you wanted to learn more about space and all of that. And remember, that's the whole point of it, space. That's the whole point of our unit for this, for language arts. It's all about space. So we're going to be reading a story called A Star Party. So I'll read first. If you can read along with me, that's okay. But if you can't and you just want to listen, that's okay too. So go ahead and listen as I read A Star Party. It's dark. Can we start? Carla asked. Carla was having a star party with her friends at the farm. They would look through stars through Mom's telescope. So here's Carla. And here's her mom and her friends. Then they're all looking up at stars through a telescope. Now, here in the city, we can't really see stars at night because we have so many lights around that we can't look at stars. But if you're at a farm, or if you're in the mountains, or at the beach, or in the countryside, you'll be able to see stars everywhere. We have so many stars. And if you use a telescope, you'll be able to see stars so much more closely. So that's why they're going to have a little star party to see how many stars there are in the sky. Yes, let's go, Mom said. Outside, far away from city lights, Carla and her friends looked at the sky. They saw many stars. Then they looked through the telescope. One star was big and bright. Mom told them it was a planet, not a star. It was Mars. Let's call it a sky party, Carla said. Now, Carla said let's call it a sky party because Mars is so far from us that sometimes it does not look like a planet. It can look just like any other star because it's glowing just like any other star. So that's why, even though you sometimes may see stars looking around when you're looking around at night, some of those are not actually stars. Some of them are planets too. So that's why space is so cool. So you can have a star party or a sky party. Either way, there's a party going on in the sky, and it's so awesome to look at. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna circle a word that has the same R sound as Carla. So we're not going to be circling Carla because we're looking for the same sound as the R sound in Carla, but we're not looking for Carla. So let's look for the same R sound as in Carla, okay? So let's get our pen out. Okay. It's dark. Does dark have the R sound? It does, the R, 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 A-R, R. So we're going to circle dark. Oop, give me 1 second, my friends. Sorry about that. Okay, dark. All right. Let me finish circling. Okay. Can we start? Do you think start has the R sound in it, the A-R-R? It does. So we're going to circle that too. Can we start? Carla asked. No, we're not going to be doing Carla, even though Carla has the A-R sound, just because we already know that Carla has the A-R sound. So let's keep reading. Carla was having a star party with her friends at the farm. There's a lot of words in there. Listen to the sentence again and put a finger up every time you hear the R sound, okay? Carla was having a star party with her friends at the farm. 3 words in this sentence that had the R sound. So not Carla, we know, even though Carla does have it, but star, party, and farm. They would look at the stars through Mom's telescope. Did you hear any R sounds? I hope you said yes. It's stars. Yes, let's go. Outside, far away from the city lights, Carla and her friends looked at the sky. Did you hear the R sound? I'll read it again. Far away from city lights, Carla and her friends looked at the sky. What word did you hear? Far. Has the R sound. They saw many stars. The word is stars because it has the R sound in it. Then they looked through the telescope. Did you hear the AR sound? Then listen. Then they looked through the telescope. No, I don't hear the R sound. One star was big and bright. Did you hear R? One star was big and bright. In star. Mom told them it was a planet, not a star. We're going to do star again. It was Mars. Ooh. Let's listen again. It was Mars. R. So Mars is another AR sound. Let's call it a sky party, Carla said. And I don't hear anything in the last sentence besides Carla. So those are a lot of AR sounds. Now we're looking for a 4-letter word that is the name for a place where lots of people live all close together. Okay, so we're looking for a 4-letter word that's a place where people live all close together. So where can people live? People can live in the country, in the city, in a mountain. They can live in a village. They can live in a lot of places. So what we're going to look for is a 4-letter word where people can live. So when we hear a place where people can live and they live close together, let's listen, okay? So I'll stop if I hear a place where people can live, okay? It's dark. When can we start? Carla asked. Well, there's no words in that sentence where people live close together. Carla was having a star party with her friends at the farm. Here's farm. Farm has 4 letters, F-A-R-M, but people don't live close together on the farm. A farm is in the country, and in the country, people live pretty far apart because they have huge pieces of land. So even though farm is a 4-letter word and people live there, people don't live close together in the farm. So let's keep looking. They would look at stars through Mom's telescope. I don't see any words where people live, so let's keep reading. Yes, let's go, Mom said. Outside, far away from city lights, Carla and her friends looked at the sky. I heard a word where people live. Listen to the sentence again and listen for a word where people live. Ready? Outside, far away from the city lights, Carla and her friends looked at the sky. Did you hear the word? City. People live in the city. That's where we live. We live in the city. We don't live in the country. The country has like horses and cows, and they plant beautiful vegetables and things like that. That doesn't happen here. Here we live in the city. So we live in the city. In the city, we live all close together, right? Some of you may live in an apartment building and you all live right next door to somebody. We all live very close together. I live in an apartment building and I live right next to somebody. There's somebody next to me on this side and somebody next to me on this side. We all live very close together in a city. So it's a place where we live. It's a city. It's a place where we live. We all live close together. Now, does the city have 4 letters in it? Let's see. C-I-T-Y. Yes! So we're going to underline the word city. All right. Now, what we're going to do is I want to introduce our writing for today. So our writing, what would you name your star and why? Now, did you know that people name stars? There are so many stars in the sky that nobody can count them. People have tried before and nobody can count the stars in the sky. So there are special companies that you can write a letter and you can say, "Dear company, I would like to give you money so that I can name my own star." So because there are so many stars in the sky, you can pay money and have a star named something. So some people name their star Hubert or Doggy or I don't know, Peppa Pig. So people will pay money and pay to name their star. So there's star parties all the time in the sky because they named the stars. So they're all partying together and they're all having a good time in the sky. So what I want you to do is I want you to think, okay, let's pretend that I am paying money to name my very own star. And I want you to say, what would you name your star? Why? So I'll write it out with you. Ooh, sorry about that. I changed the color there. So I would, so it's WOLD, I would name my star and you get to choose what you would name it. So if you want it, whatever you want to name it. For me, I would name my star Ruff Ruff. Do you remember Ruff Ruff? He is one of my favorite stuffed animals. So I would name him Ruff Ruff because Ruff Ruff is my best friend. So that's what I would write. I would name my star Ruff Ruff because, and remember, we always have to have a because in our writing because we always need to explain ourselves. We always need to explain what's going on. So I would name my star blank because blank. So for me, I would name my star Ruff Ruff because Ruff Ruff is my best friend. So that's what you're going to write. You're not going to write Ruff Ruff, but you're going to say, the question is, what would you name your star? Why? So you're going to answer, I would name my star blank because blank. So think about it. Touch your brain and think, what do I want to name my star? Whenever I look up in the sky and I see my star, I want to call that star, my star's name is Ruff Ruff. So I'm going to say, oh, look, Ruff Ruff's up there having a good time at the star party. Because they're all together and they're all having a good time with their star party. Okay, that's the end of today. Remember to name your star and remember to explain why. So I would name my star because, tell me why. All right, friends, have a great day and stay safe and stay well. Bye, friends. Hi, friends.